coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Ojabo. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Here's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Mitchell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Tua going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
And incomplete on the deep ball. I mean, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Real quick, ready?
First down, here's Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
The 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Jackson now. Flushed out right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Seven, our score after 1. Give running right is Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Ojabo running in to take him down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Ravens at 7-2 here on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson will throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Now it's Jackson. Pass complete to his receiver, Bateman. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Hey, report.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Again, Jackson. And he's got it. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they send a man in motion right. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. That is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The slot man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now it's Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
Jackson from the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Here comes third and about a foot. In motion left, Hill. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Looking to pass. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. This is Walker. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Play action. It's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Open man downfield is Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Tua. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Michael Wilson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 3rd and 12. Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Tua. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Tua. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tua to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And Walker has it. He's got room at the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try